Welcome to the porch. Pull up a chair, sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Now here's your host, Michelle Barras and Brian Swanson.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so losing it. This is going to be the Michelle show today.
I have to say, we can't take him anywhere.
I got stuff playing in the background on the computer and everything else. I don't know what in the world is going on.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Hello, my name is Michelle Barras.
And I'm Brian Swanson.
We are Denim and Pearls. We are business casual.
With Pearls of Wisdom.
From the porch.
You got rid of the word proverbial.
Because you told me no matter where we are, we're always on the porch.
That's right. And because it's a state of mind.
Yes, and in July, on the 17th, we're going to be on stage, which will be
the porch. We did that well.
Thank you very much.
We timed that just right. So, welcome to today's show. Today's show is all about your
true colors shining through.
Okay, you keep singing because I don't know what I did with
true
everything.
Colors. That's why I love you.
There we go. True colors. However, I think we're off the true colors. When I think true colors, I think about your true personality and the way that you should be in that. But that's not where we're going with this show.
No, because we were talking about true colors as in the effect of, and I wanted the positive side of it. So we were thinking of, I'm the man in the box.
Yeah, that.
And we're like, no, that's kind of restrictive. We want you to think about expanding yourself outside of the box. And how do you think with your true self, your true colors?
That's really hard. So let's go back to the fact that it was something that we know at the moment.
Okay.
Like our sponsors.
You're right. Thank you so much for our sponsors. Our sponsors are A2 Promos. You can find them at a2promos.com. And that's for any swag need you may have. T-shirts, you will give widgets, pens, whatever it is. A2promos.com. For any of your embroidery needs like hats, jackets, and bags, you go to ink182.com, ink182.com. And for any of your brain issues, you're having problems sleeping or attention deficits, anything like that, go to harmonizedbraincenters.com. That's harmonizedbraincenters.com. And for any outdoor events, especially here in Colorado, if you're looking for the Santa run that they're actually filling up right now, go to limeevents.com, LYM events.com.
Events. And then, of course, find us over on YouTube and Facebook and Rumble and everything else.
All of your favorite platforms to listen to podcasts.
Why do you always got to say it differently than I do?
Because you're going to read them all, and there's a lot of them.
There is a lot of them. There's a lot more social medias out there than we ever know about. We know about all the big ones. So, and also, if you want to talk about sponsorships and all those other fun things, especially when it comes to our new live event that we're doing in July, please go to Denim and Pearls Denim and Pearls
podcast at gmail.com.
I told you this is your show.
Denim and Pearls podcast at gmail.com. It's okay to have partners like this because when I'm off, he's on. When he's off, I'm kind of on. No, I'm looking for our post because I just realized people are commenting and we can't see them because they're not commenting on the Denim and Pearls page.
Hopefully they're telling us to keep talking.
They say hello, and hello. Yes.
All right. Awesome. Okay. So,
hi.
True colors. I really can't get that crossover from true colors of being genuine to being creative, because I think we want to talk about being creative.
We want to talk about being creative. But see, the reason why I'm saying true colors is because when we're thinking about being creative, we do, well, but so-and-so did it this way and so-and-so did it that way. I'm saying stop looking outside to fit the box. Right. When you're looking outside and comparing yourself, you're comparing yourself to everyone else. I'm saying show your true colors. Open up that your imagination.
Flamingo. No, not flamingo. Peacock.
Yeah. Open up your imagination and show your true colors. Being authentically yourself will help you not act like everyone else, not behave like everyone else, not do what everyone else does.
We're not on the same page today.
Outside of the box.
I'm thinking about and I know it's going to all relate back together, guys. But I'm thinking about, one of the things I'm doing is I'm building a project, which is a new venue, and I'm looking at how can I do things differently in order to attract people in and not be the same old, because we all know about everything that every bar and every restaurant and everybody does the same thing. Maybe there's a little, change to it to a little bit or a little tweak here and there, but it's always the same. And I'm trying to figure out, how do we look outside of the box of everybody and do something completely different?
Okay.
But the same.
True color still works for me in my thought process, is find your uniqueness, your colors, your specialty in this venue. What is so special about it that makes it unique from everyone else? And so I personally know that the seasoned people they have in the band that's connected it is very unique, and that their musical expertise is very unique. So you can think about all those kind of things like that. What's going on?
Helene said hello.
Oh, hi, Helene. And my daughter says, I love you. I love you too.
Aww.
So please share this live Please share this live link so people can come on and talk to us and ask us questions.
Don't just comment. Share it over on your page. Share it to other people so that we all know what's going on. Yeah, and they all know what's going on.
So basically, he wants to think out of the box. And I'm saying by thinking out of the box, you are showing your true colors.
Okay. I can somewhat agree with that.
You're being uniquely you. Or in your case,
trying to be.
You're uniquely representing the organization that you are.
Right. But it's a really difficult concept, because we talk about ruts and we talk about all those other kind of things. But even with what we're trying to do, how do we take an event and make it different? How do we take, if you look at, for instance, we're talking about a club here. So we're talking about kind of like a bar scene, but we don't want it to be a bar. It's totally different than a bar. The environment is completely different. But how do I do Friday night poker and turn it into something unique rather than Friday night poker at your local bar?
Because it has to have an added bit of class to it. So 3035 is that sounds very classy to me. Your logo is very classy. Things like that are very classy. You've got to make everything about that classy. So when someone comes into that venue, they have this expectation that's higher than any other room that they're going to walk into. And so if you have a poker night on Friday night, it can't just be everybody sitting there with beer and and it's messy and whatever.
Does that mean I have to turn it like into a casino and bring in, Red Bull girls or something like that?
No, but it has to be unique. So something that's different, that's there, the atmosphere. And I personally think the atmosphere already is different just from the people who are already going there.
Right.
And so really what you're doing is the reason you're having difficulty with this, Brian, let me just give you some counseling session right now.
Okay, I'm listening.
Is because you are building the brand right now.
True.
And so you don't even know who's coming into this room quite yet for you to even figure out what you're drawing. So once you get a little bit more feel for who's coming to different events, you'll be able to up level it a little bit more. But right now you've got like 5 different things happening at the same time. So you've got a band, you've got karaoke, you've got poker, you've got free food night. I don't know.
Wait a minute, where's the 5? I'm trying to figure out the 5, but that's okay.
But you've got lots of things going on.
Right.
And then there's multiple bands in there. So your brain is scattered. Focus on one and deal with that one.
And that's a whole other topic too, because as entrepreneurs, we like to have our hands in this and have our hands in that. We've always got to be in something. And you usually have multiple things to see, it's kind of like throwing spaghetti against the wall to see if it sticks. Mm-hmm. Is it done? Is it ready to go yet? We've all got those ideas, but it also comes down to when you say, I'm going to think outside the box.
Which box?
Well, yeah, it depends on which box you're going to think out of. What are you looking at? And that's part of that business plan too, I think. We talked about, many episodes ago, as far as who do you want as a customer? Do you want the normal everyday person that can't spend, rub 2 nickels together and has to bring the bus? And there's nothing wrong with those people.
But that's not a customer.
Or do I want a customer who can drop $1,000 and shake it off and not think about it? Yeah. I mean, there's different. I hate to say the word classes. There's different classes of people, but I won't say it that way, but it's the only thing I can think of on how to describe it. But
what's your clientele?
What's your clientele? Who's got expendable income? Who's willing to, we do the event space for a cause also. So since we're doing it for a cause and donations and stuff, we also want people who can write that check.
See, that's the other thing. You've got multiple things in your head. You need to focus on one of them. Build that one, and then the rest, plug the rest of them in. Helene, go rest. You don't need to watch our show. Thank you so much for joining us. But if you're not feeling well, don't stay on.
Do we make her brain hurt?
We're making her brain hurt today. She's not feeling well, though.
So sorry to hear that.
Feel well. Be well. Take care of yourselves.
Yeah, watch the show later.
And watch the show later. We have repeats. Now, the other thing about this is Brian has entrepreneurial overload is what's happening. And many of us do that with our businesses. Oh, I've got this to do, and I've got this to do. Oh, and that shiny object. Oh, and I've got to do that. Well, Brian is working on multiple things at once under one umbrella.
But I've narrowed it down compared to where I was at prior to COVID. Honestly, this is cakewalk.
I know, but it's still, there's multiple things going on that need their own signature in each one that still addresses into one umbrella.
Right.
That's the problem. You've got to figure out what the one umbrella is. Right now, you're finding all the little pieces and you're doing, how do I shove that back into the umbrella? So figure out the umbrella. We'll figure out the umbrella.
Maybe we'll find out answers today.
Maybe
we'll get some poker players and help me out here.
He needs poker players. Please write Brian Swanson.
I love poker players. I like to play poker myself. So, don't go there. That's so a producer joke. It's wrong.
That's good. That's because he's not here. Anyway, so
how does that relate back into your true colors? Because we told him we were going to go back to true colors.
I still think it's true colors. In order to represent your company or business, whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're working on, and you want to think outside of the box to make you stand out. That's the point. Mm-hmm. You want to stand out. To stand out, you have to be uniquely you. To be uniquely you, you have to show your true colors. That's how I see it. So when I'm looking at this thing that you're working on, I happen to have inside information that to find that uniqueness, you've got to pull out all the pieces and see what's so unique about the whole venue that you're dealing with. Mm-hmm. Then pull all those unique things apart, put them together and look at them and do, what makes that different? Well, everything about them makes them different.
Right.
So the band alone, I can pick on the band, vehicle. And because they're seasoned musicians, been around for a long time, phenomenal at each of their instruments,
right,
be it vocal or instrumental. And the thing is a lot of bands are either brand new and they've just got together. These guys have known each other for years.
Yeah, 20 plus.
Yeah. So I mean, that's in itself, it's a unique. There's a vintage about their speciality. And I'm not saying vintage because I'm one of them now.
I think we all are.
We're kind of old, but we're not old because old in age, but the way we play music, the way we mix together, it's the synergy of love for music across the ages. So play with that.
Well, we're already working on the show, and that shows, of course, the century of music. But I think that's a different perspective than trying to find something new.
That's not what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think it's something different than trying to attract different people to the venue.
No, and what I'm thinking when I say true colors is you're not attracting different people. You're attracting your people.
My people.
The people who are attracted to that band. The people who will click with that group. Because the band is the atmosphere of the entire venue.
Fair enough.
You are attracting like attracts like.
So we should play Jenga instead of poker?
Yes. Or in my case, go fish. No, what's that game of? I love it. You have little pegs, and you move the little pegs, and you play cards. It's cribbage.
Ooh. Are you sophisticated enough for cribbage?
Yeah.
Or isn't that a game that they play like in the parks in New York City or something like that?
Yeah.
They had the little boards and you move the pegs around and throw the pegs out and stuff.
I think so, yes.
Wow. Okay, cool. I'm glad you're that sophisticated.
We can play Mahjong. That's even more.
Mahjong's cool, though.
Yeah.
If I knew the right rules, because I don't think on the computer it's the same.
No, not even. Mahjong is poker, Chinese poker. But anyways, so true colors and thinking outside of the box. In order to think out of the box, you need to figure out who you are. Who are you trying to draw? Because you're not going to say, my name is Michelle and I like squares. I'm a square. And I'm trying to attract circles. No, it's not going to happen. You're going to attract other squares. So you have to figure out who you are, what you represent in your company.
I was thinking squares like out of the 50s. You're a square.
Yeah, that's kind of what went through my head. So figure out what you want in your company and don't say, I'm this, but this is what I want.
Right.
No, you are going to attract the same kind of person. Whatever you love about your product or service, those are the people that are going to come to you for your product or service. You're not going to get the people who are unlike you completely. Like attracts like.
I'm mulling this through my head. So let's think about this a little bit more. And I want to turn around and take that because I have a question because you keep talking about me and what I'm trying to attract. So I want to expand on that after our nice little mid-roll.
Okay, I'm saying you as
yeah.
Thank you for joining us on the porch. We share the nuances and lessons we've garnered from throughout our combined 40 years of life experiences. Talk from the porch is always serious, but full of laughter, and we're glad you're here with us. Like, share with a friend, and please subscribe to our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. And remember, join the conversation every Friday at noon Mountain Time. We'll see you on the porch. Welcome back. My name is Michelle Moroz, and this is Brian Swanson, and we are Denim and Pearls. We are business casual
with pearls of wisdom
from the proverbial porch.
Who's got the wisdom, though? Is it you or me?
Today, it might be me.
Oh, okay. Because I'm asking all the questions, and you're giving all the answers.
We are both the pearls of wisdom,
right.
and we're both the denim.
We're rough around the edges?
No, we're comfy.
Okay. Anyhow, quick run through A2 promos for all of your swag needs and all those other kind of things. Ink182.com for all of your embroidery needs. Harmonized Brain Center for all your brain needs. And live events for all your running needs.
Oh, well, that works.
See how that works? Mm-hmm. All right. So that's who we got coming in.
And please like and follow us on any of your favorite platforms that you listen to your podcast on, including, what is it called? Rumble and YouTube and Facebook.
Oh, where'd it go? You made me move it.
Yeah, you moved it. And if you are interested in being a sponsor for Denim and Pearls, like all these other really cool sponsors that we have, go and write us at denimandpearlspodcast@gmail.com. Denim and Pearls podcast@gmail.com. And we're still looking for more sponsors for our live event on July 17th. And we'd love to see you there.
We already got a couple.
I know.
It's cool.
I know.
Okay. So anyhow, today we're talking about true colors. At the beginning of this, before the mid-roll, you were talking to me about as if it's me, as if I'm the single business owner bringing in people like me or expanding me in order to draw more people. I want to expand that to the fact of, but what if it's not about me and it's about the business?
It's not about you. When I say
darn.
When I say you, I'm saying you as in your missions, your values, your goals.
Right.
And right now, Brian is representing this entity that is building what he's building. So his vision, mission, and goals is not him. It's the entire organization that he's building for. So in your case, if you've got your business, and like with me, I'm a solopreneur, it's here. It's me. What's my goals? What's my vision? What's my mission?
Right.
That's what I'm drawing from that mission.
Okay.
Okay. So with you, what's the overall mission and goal of this organization that you're working with, this venue? See,
the typical answer is make money.
See, that's the problem.
What?
Because it's more than that.
Is it?
Yeah, there has to be more than that.
But isn't that the ultimate goal, is to make money?
No.
I never ask a question I don't know the answer to, so can continue.
Because I know that the owner, that the one who is working with you,
right?
Yes, money is a good thing because money does make the world go round. Okay,
right. Well, it also keeps the place open.
It keeps it open, and it keeps the level of what we want there, what they want there, to draw the kind of people they want. Okay, so you need money to make money, but the ultimate goal here is really has this expression of music. He's an entertainer. The man wants to entertain, and he wants to give a place for people who love to be entertained and to entertain, to have a place to come.
You realize we just did a 19-minute advertisement for the venue.
Larry?
There you go, Larry. You're welcome.
You're welcome. But that's really what it is. Don't think about, I really want to get this, like with me. I'm not running around doing, I wonder how I can reach all the Hollywood types. No, it's not me. So I'm not even thinking about that. It's I'm a loving giving person who wants to uplift people to unveil themselves from all the things that they think that they've failed at. And I want to let them know that there is no failure. There's only lessons learned. So stop beating yourself up and embrace who you are. So when I'm speaking to someone just like me, and I'm drawing people just like me. So in your case with this venue, you've got to figure out what is their core.
I'm going to take it a whole different direction, but all the same.
Okay. But
I'm thinking about the fact that when you talk to folks and you help folks out, you're peeling the onion.
Yes.
Okay. And you're trying to get to the core.
Actually, I'm not really peeling. I'm actually chiseling off the hard black tar that they put on their bodies, and they don't let themselves out.
Right. But I think what the opposite on my side of it, I'm building it. I'm building the layers. I'm building from the core, and I'm building out.
Because you have to figure out what it is.
I have to figure out what each layer is in order to make a whole onion.
Well, and that's what I was telling you. You've got to look at the gigantic umbrella, look at everything that's in the line, and pull out all the unique things out. Yes, you are creating the onion.
Right. So that's what people need to do, though. Mm-hmm. I think they all need to do that.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you got to throw away the onion and start over.
That's how you build your plant. You build it by looking at what's your attribute? What are your attributes? Okay. What are the things you're strong at? What are the things you want to grow at? What are the things that you aren't so good at? Okay. Let's put these together.
Right.
At the very beginning of a business, you should be building the onion. I am unbuilding onions with clients one-on-one so that they can rebuild their onion. So everyone who just joined us and are wondering what the heck.
I just looked at where'd it go? Chris Mortensen just said something.
I'm older
than I ever was before.
Yes, Chris, you are older. Every day you're older than you ever was before. Congratulations.
So how does that apply to what we're doing? I think I might know.
Okay, let's get it.
Because you might be older, so your time is less. So you've got to enjoy it while you've got it, and you've got to build it with the time that you have.
Oh, I agree with that.
It's kind of weird, but does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
So think outside of the box by being you. Stop trying to find the box. There should be no box. The box was built when we were kids and we were told, be good, stay there, be quiet. And now's the time not to do that. Life's too short. And if you want your business to grow and uniquely be something that you created, like Chris Mortensen, who wrote in there, that man has been brewing beer. Okay. I'm going to say that he brews beer. He's really good at it. But what he's done is he's learned his own nuances to the flavors that he's been building so that he has these unique flavors that he builds. What has he done? He's gotten out of the box where they say, here's the brew box and this is how you use it. And he's like, you know what? I think it smelled really good if it had a little bit of this in there, a little bit of that in there. And so he's created his own creations. So what can you do in your own world where you can take something that may have started in a box and make it your own? I speak to a lot of MLMs, people who have their own businesses and, they're working under, Mary Kay or whatever it is. And
why are they always the example, Mary Kay?
Because they're the most known. So my thing is it starts off as a box company. You're given it in a box. Everything's done for you. But if you work in that box, within that box, like everyone else, you are not unique and you will not stand out and people will buy from you and everybody else in Mary Kay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that is why when you start with a box, you must step out of that box to get something different. If you want more clients, if you want people to be more dedicated to coming to only you, you've got to give them more. And that more is only something you can give.
But I have an interesting controversy to that.
Sure.
Because when you go into those type of companies, and believe me, I've been there, mm-hmm. Still there. But when you go there, they teach you the box.
Yeah.
And they say you can't be a success unless you're within that box.
No, they don't say that.
Well, they don't say that directly, but they pretty much say, if you follow the system.
Here's the blueprint. Start with this. Start with it. Then create your own.
Yeah, but they say that you've got to learn what your upline is doing. You've got to do all this. You have to do what they do, or else you won't be a success. That's what a lot of them train.
Don't listen to them.
That you've had to follow the system. Now, I'm a little bit different than that. I like to understand the system. I like to learn the system, but then apply it in my personality.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Learn the box. Learn from your upline. Now take every one of your uplines, look at them and say, what do I like that each one of them does different?
Right.
And I can tell you, not all of them are going to be doing exactly the same thing. So take pieces and parts of what they do that you like, apply it to yourself, and what can you incorporate? Now, not only are you in the box, but you've stepped out of the box and you make yourself separate from the box. So you're in the box with a branch outside holding on.
Well, I also look at it too. They always tell you, and I don't care what business you're in, but it's pretty much one of those things where you've got to do self-improvement to be better and to be a better business, to be a better person, to be a better family member, whatever. You always have to be on a learning curve. You always have to listen, learn something new. So if you take one of these famous people out there that are motivational speakers and they think they know everything and they make zillions of dollars and stuff like that, you can't, in my opinion, you can't follow all of their stuff.
No.
I think you have to take what they do and make it your own.
Pieces and parts.
Right.
Everything happens with pieces and parts. There is not one human in the world that I can even imagine that will listen to every book, every motivational thing, and apply it all.
Well, they say you only retain like 23% of it or something like that.
Exactly. So stop worrying about fitting everybody's bill. Stop worrying about checking every box.
Right.
Do the ones you can, well, and then make it your own.
Right. And I kind of relate it. I usually use like gold as an example because
Refinement.
Gold,
Refining?
No, not refining, but anything that touches anything, there's a transfer of whatever it is. Like my two hands, when I do this, if I've got something on this hand, it's going to transfer to the other hand, from right hand to left hand. It may not be all of it, but it's going to transfer in some way, shape, or form. Gold is the only thing that doesn't attract anything when it comes to the elements. But what I had in my mind right now is if you had a wood log out in the forest and you had a piece of chalk and you went, what did you do? You just transferred some of that chalk onto that log.
Okay.
And I think you need to be that log and accept what you want to.
Oh, heck yeah.
And take that little bit of rub off from whatever professional said this, or Aunt Mary said that, or Uncle Jim said this, whatever.
Well, and that's why we talk about you are the combination of the 7 people you hang around with or 10 people you hang around with. It's because you rub off on people and they rub off on you. I hang out with Brian. Why? Because I want to learn cars. I don't know why I hang out with him, but that kind of thing. Chris, I like to hang out with him because I want to learn how to do the beer thing. I mean, whatever it is, there are people around that you keep in your life because there's things that you learn and give and take from.
Well, it's also a part of our comfort zone.
Yes.
Because, that was one of the reasons why I went into the military. And I think I've told this story before, but I was told that if you look at the 10 people around you, do you want to be like them in 10 years?
Yeah.
And I looked around the 10 people around me and I went, no.
So don't beat yourself up. Remember, when we say think outside of the box, the reason why we say think out of the box is because if you keep doing the same thing every day and expect something different, you are Einstein's definition of insanity. You're looking for something different by doing the same thing. It cannot happen. You must do something different. And if you want to succeed in your business, your whatever, your relationship, whatever it is, yes, you can start with the blueprint that people give out, the books or whatever.
Right.
But you've got to add something special that's you.
So in a long run, how do I take my life? Because we usually talk about life too, because I think that applies to everything, not just our business.
Our life is our business.
Or our business is our life.
Yeah, kind of.
Shouldn't be, but
no, but they play together. They've got to be played together.
Because you got to work them together. What is it? God family business or family God business? It all depends on how you look at it. Yeah, some people translate that a little differently, But that's usually the thing. But business is always in the third category, the third slot.
Okay.
Because it's not as important as everything else.
Helene has made almost every comment on the side here.
Right, but I can't get to her stuff because the screen is too weird.
Yeah.
I can't get to all of her comments.
Well, because it won't scroll up. But anyways.
I don't know what I'm doing.
What were you going to say? You were trying to get to something.
I don't know. We originally started this on how to find something new, how to think about something new, how do you create something that, there's a book out there called Red Ocean, Blue Ocean. Mm-hmm. How do you create a blue ocean? A lot of people, some people don't know what a red ocean, blue ocean is.
Yeah, they haven't read the book.
Red ocean is where all the sharks feed. That's where everybody's at. That's where every restaurant, every bar, every clothing store, they all are in that red ocean. So what I'm looking for is the blue ocean.
The calm stuff.
What's that?
The calm motion.
Not necessarily the calm stuff, but the place where there's no sharks.
Where there's no blood.
And there's nobody else there fighting against me. So I'm looking for how do I take this project that I'm working on and put it into a blue oceans, because if once you're in the blue ocean, then you have success.
So Brian, if you need help with diving more into that, go to my website. It's michellemoros.com and click on the button above that says contact Michelle and schedule a consultation with me, and we'll walk through this, because
Do I really have to fill a form out?
there is no form. It's just click the button and pick a time and date.
Oh, is that it?
Yes. So, and then I can counsel you, because holy smokes, man.
But it's true. And I think our listeners are the same way.
Yeah.
I think you guys out there are the same thing. How do I do something different so I can stand out? It doesn't always mean being flamboyant. It doesn't always mean being obnoxious. It's just a matter of how do you make things different? And that's where I'm at right now in order to build this, as we were talking earlier.
Well, with my business as a speaker, everybody's a speaker. Everybody says they're a coach. How do you make yourself different? Well, what I did was I stopped being like everybody else. And then you're like, what? No, I don't do the formulated speeches. I don't do the exact same speech every time. I break out in a song randomly because I can. I mean, so I do things differently, not because I'm trying to be obnoxious. That different is I just brought in me. The real me, not the Michelle who's going to be on stage and say everything properly. No, I mess up because that's who I am. I mess up. So what can you do in your business that makes you you? So like with you and this company, this organization, what makes them so unique? We've got to play with that, and we can look at that a lot. I can help you with that, even without the consultation. That he really should just click the button on my website. But that's what friends are for.
Gee whiz, how much is a consultation going to cost me?
It's actually complimentary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, first 15 minutes.
Oh. Nice. So now we've promoted 3035 and we promoted MichelleMoros.com.
We can do a lot in 15 minutes. I can tell you, I can share you a lot.
Oh yeah, she can scare the death out of you, actually. And honestly, I mean, I've seen her do it, but it's not the fact of scaring you. It seems like it's a scary thing, but on the other time, reality is scary.
Yes.
A lot of times, because the one thing that I've learned, and I don't like to do it. In fact, I don't do it because I don't want the opinion. You're supposed to ask somebody who's not associated with you their opinion. So in other words, my wife doesn't work with me on the entrepreneurial side. She's there to support me. Yes. Oh, we need to do that. But she's there to support me and everything. But I don't want her opinion because I know that it's not something I want to hear. And sometimes that's what you do is you peel back those facades.
I am very truthful.
Right. And which is good. It's just, for the average person, it's kind of scary.
I'm gentle and truthful.
To see things the way you are, really.
Yeah, but I'm actually very gentle with it.
Okay. So, all right. So we covered true colors today. We talked about getting out of the box. We talked about learning something new. We talked about creating something new to make your life better and your business better.
And not be afraid of creating something new that's uniquely you.
Right.
As Ellen Glasgow says.
You and her.
The difference is between...
You got a girl crush on her, don't you?
I do. No, actually, it's Byron Katie. I have a...
Oh, okay.
The differences between a rut and a grave are the dimensions. The differences between a rut and a grave are the dimensions. If you're doing the same thing every day and expecting something different, you're building the dimensions of your own grave. Do you really want to do that? Step out. Step out. Make it uncomfortable so that you do not wake up one day and someone says, you know what? You're going to die tomorrow. And you do, you know what? I did nothing because I was so afraid to step out of this box. I didn't want to be myself. I didn't want to be different, that I stayed where I thought I needed to be, and I didn't live. Don't do that to yourself.
Sometimes you got to step back and think about it. Yeah. And it can be scary too, but sometimes
do something small today. Do something small.
So that was a really good show. We got good stuff, but we're not done.
Oh, we have to do our little questions.
We got to do our cards.
I found these cards in a kiddie meal at some drive-through where we were going through somewhere, and I got a kiddie meal.
And they don't say on the back, by the way. They don't say.
No, they don't. Well, actually, there's a little picture that gives you a hint.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, is my question to you, or am I asking?
I don't know. How do you want to do it?
Oh, I want to answer this one for myself.
Okay.
What's the coldest day you remember?
Ooh, wait a minute. Before you answer, define coldest. Does that mean like physical temperature outside, or does that mean like your worst day ever?
I'm going to do physical temperature.
Okay.
because my father moved us from the Philippines, Clark Air Base, Philippines, to Omaha, Nebraska in August in 1984. And that winter was the first time in my life that there was an alert that came out before school, and it said, it is negative 60 degrees. Do not stand at the bus stop. And I went, what's negative 60? I mean, I couldn't even comprehend it.
And I don't think I could comprehend it.
And so we went to the bus stop, and there was a shelter there. So we were waiting at the bus stop. We weren't supposed to come there early. And we got there, and I distinctly remember doing, Achoo! And I watched my sneeze go out, stop in midair, and drop to the ground. That is the coldest day I've ever seen in my entire life. I watched my sneeze freeze midair and fall.
I'm going to have to look in Nebraska. I don't believe you. Minus 60.
Negative 60 wind chill. And if you've ever been to Nebraska or you just watched the weather pattern over Nebraska, there is always a wind chill. So even though it's a negative 60 wind chill, it stayed that cold. Oh my gosh, it was ridiculous.
Okay, so... And I've been to Minot. Okay.
Can you tell I've been drinking coffee by this unknown place with a green logo?
Who has always made you laugh? It's an interesting question.
Yeah. Is it famous or family?
I don't know. It doesn't say, but who has always made you laugh? I mean, the proper answer to this is my wife, right?
No.
Oh.
Actually, I can see Cassie making you laugh all the time.
Cassie does make me laugh. My kids make me laugh.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of people who make me laugh. But am I in constant laugh and joy in somebody's presence, whether it's on the television or whatever? I don't know. That's kind of weird.
That would be weird.
Yeah. So, because I can say all of my friends make me laugh in one way, shape, or form. I mean, you make me laugh now and then, like right now. Just so. Anyway, I think it's time to call it a day. What do you think?
He needs to answer that question. So,
I don't know the perfect.
Who makes you laugh?
Everybody.
Anybody who has a good joke. How about
Mia?
That?
Mia makes me laugh.
Makes us laugh.
Yeah, there you go.
Because she just gave us this funny look like, what in the world are you guys talking about? So anyways, I'm so glad we had this time together. Thank you, Carol Burnett, for being you, because you rock. Anyways.
Yeah. It is Carol, isn't it?
It is Carol Burnett.
I love it.
So thank you for joining Michelle Moras and
Ryan Swanson. We
are Denim and Pearls. We are business casual with Pearls of Wisdom.
Oh, from the porch. Peace.
Peace. Peace.